You got 2K? How the hell do you like to play basketball but you don't have 2K? Hey, bro, I bought you something from the store while I was gone. Not you. I could have. Nah, I couldn't afford much. My mom could barely afford what she bought my cousin. Hey, bro, I just sent you the video. That's it. That's the video, bro. I sent you this direct link. You told me. Hold up. Mute. I'm finna mute my mic real quick. You told me you had a. I got you straight, my boy. I got you straight. Bro. Where the hell are you gonna go? You better use them shits right now. Nigga got excited over that shit. Hell yeah. What the hell? Oh well. Yo, what's up, my nigga? You need something? Oh, beat his ass. Beat his ass, cuz. We gotta beat his ass. Cuz, he said the N-word. He's white. And the great thing about it is that he literally lives on campus. So, like, we'll see him at lunch and, I can't tell you that. His name is Jaden. Jaden? Yeah, Jaden. He's young? Yeah, he's a white man. Yeah, that's him.
It's game time! Hey!
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. There you have it. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the... The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. He's brought down. Can't turnover on downs.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real... them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you... All right. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Jackson. And intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Pickett. Here's Freiermuth again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Pickett back to throw.
He intercepted a 3rd time.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up.
Intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 30.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, an interference, and they crossed it on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now throwing on. But he cannot connect.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. Extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not... They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. It's even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd down and a yard. Going to run the toss here to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pickett now from the gun here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He's got this to Pickens. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
That is incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Pickett.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Travis Jones in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is...
Time to go to no goddamn cafeteria line. I'm not going to no cafeteria line.
Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning.
And my goodness. Interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. This defense figured out something. It's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an picked off by Arthur Millett. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on third. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Montravius Adams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Fires, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, anytime you send your kicker out to try a long one, you got to figure that the defense, they're on guard for something like that.
Well, I like the way that you're thinking because that's exactly what defenses practice when they put their special teams out there. Long field goals. Most of the time, you're not trying as hard to block it as you are to prevent a fake. And in this situation, that didn't fool anyone. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll toss to Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
It's it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. A turnover on downs. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
A 59-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but that should... Deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the...
Another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Three quarters in the books. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jackson on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame. His nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now Jackson on first down. They'll find Bateman once more. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Again, Jackson. Caught by Flowers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
So give him 2 yards. Big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call. But sometimes it can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep, but now here's Pickett off play action.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
He's going to launch it for Washington. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And my goodness.
He's gone.
Interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that. Good luck to them. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, report! Report!
Jackson now off the bootleg. And now interception. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pickett.
Goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
A slant route caught by Bateman.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
He's got room at the 30.
And down to the 28-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify.
Jackson will throw again.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 7-yard line.
Jackson. passing.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this is pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about
Another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
it certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers from 3 yards out. And the Ravens add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yes, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington or Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
To throw again is Jackson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
And they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have...
And now here's...
Imagine you
Interception. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that... better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Johnson's got it complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed.
And they're going to try this again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this